All right. We are back. So if you guys followed me last week, I placed a bet with Nakamura, Holloway, and Giga Chikadze 3-play parlay. $1,000 wins you about 850, and we hit again. And I think we are on a roll. I forgot, what's the win streak we're on right now. No, last week, Ian Machado Gary, I took that plus 300 bet. And before that, I took McKinney and Roundtree. And the one before that, the parlay with Sandhagen and Jacoby. We're on fire right now, brother. We're killing everybody. And I tell you guys all the time, none of these other YouTubers are posting bet slips, bro. I'm the only one, bro. These guys will be the first ones. Oh, we'll give you predictions for this. And you got guys like the Weasel and Luke Thomas and Chubb and Thompson and whatever, Big John. Like, they're giving out predictions, but where's your bet slips? Oh, we don't bet. What do you mean you don't bet? It's not betting. This is sophisticated sports picks. We out here doing our homework. These guys will be the first one to tell you where to bet, but they're not going to place their bet. They're not showing their bet slips. It's pathetic. This shit drives me nuts. I'm the only guy out here. I'll be like, yo, I'm placing my bet. This is my bet. This is who I'm feeling. And I always tell you guys, don't bet on it unless you're feeling it too, right? If let's say I'm feeling Spivac this weekend, and you guys aren't feeling it, don't take it. I'm just telling you what I'm feeling. But none of these other YouTubers are posting their bet slips. I'm the only one out here posting my bet slips, and we're ripping it. We're on fire right now. And, I don't want to jinx myself this weekend because, we got another bet to hit. But yeah, man, and I tell you guys, I'm not trying to bet super big. I'm trying to win about a G a week. If I can make a G a week, I'm good. I don't like to bet too much. And if you guys see my Instagram, I used to always post how much I'm betting on my receipts. During COVID, people started getting mad at me, like, "Oh, you shouldn't be showing how much you're winning. It's a pandemic, blah blah blah, this that." I'm like, "Okay, cool, that's fine." And some people were like, "Oh, you're only betting $1,000?" Like, yeah, for me, $1,000 bet is a large bet. It's a large wager. If I start going above 1,000, I start getting anxiety and shit. I can't sleep for the whole week leading up to the fight. So for me, it's like $1,000 is fine. Like, just keep it real. But some people, to them, 1,000's minor. They're like, "What? You're only betting a G?" Or some people are like, "Oh shit, that's a big bet." So it all depends on what's your income. So what's considered a big bet for you might not be considered a big bet for me, or vice versa, right? But none of these other guys giving predictions posting their bet slips, but they'll be the first one to tell you, "Oh, bet on this side and bet on." Well, where's your bet receipt, bro? It's fucking clowns, bro. Clowns. Anyways, you guys. So Cyril Gane taking on Sergey Spivac this weekend in France. First time the UFC's in Paris, France, which is that's pretty cool, man. That's a big that's a big one. I wish they stacked the card a little more, but it is what it is. First time in France. I want to start at the beginning because this guy is probably my most confident guy on the card, by the name of Farid Basharat. If you guys don't know who Farid Basharat is, this guy and his brother Javid are savages, the Afghan brothers. Fucking nut jobs. Both of them are undefeated. I think Javid is 14-0 or 13-0 or something, and Farid's 10-0. Both undefeated, both at bantamweight, and they're both just killers, bro. So they're gonna want to build up these two guys because there's not too many Afghan fighters on the card. What perfect way than to put him against Clayton Rodriguez? Clayton Rodriguez is good, but I think Basharat's gonna run through him. Yeah, easily. I'll take Basharat on there. And if you guys want someone to add on your parlay, there's a reason why the UFC likes to put guys like Basharat, Tatsuro Taira, first guy, second guy on the prelim fight, because they're hiding him. They're hiding him, because not a lot of people care to really watch the early prelim fights. But bro, it's not about watching; it's about making money, right? These are the guys you need to look out for. Even what's his face, Shamil Gaziev. When is this guy fighting? Shamil Gaziev. I'm gonna check this out right now. He was supposed to come into the UFC, had like some injury where they postponed it. Yeah, Shamil Ghazi. This guy's a monster. No one really knows who he is. Has his first fight on the Contender Series in like 2 weeks, look out for this guy. This guy's a monster. I've been hearing about this Russian dude, Shamil Gaziev, undefeated. They should have put him right into the UFC, bro. He's 10-0. Come on, bro. That's ridiculous. You got guys on the Contender Series like 5 wins, 5 losses. Come on, bro. Up next, Angel Lusa takes on Reese McKee. This is going to be actually a good fight because Reese McKee, if you guys don't know him, he's the guy who just got murdered by Hamzat Chimaev in his like, I think it was his first fight in the UFC, and he had to fight Hamzat Chimaev. Hamzat moved up to middleweight. It was like his second week. He fought 2 weeks in a row or something, and just got murdered by Hamzat. But no shame losing to Hamzat. Then his second fight, he fought Morono, who was super experienced, lost a decision. And then they sent him back, went back to Cage Warriors, and he was just finishing dudes in Cage Warriors. It looked really good. And now they're matching him up with an opponent where he probably should have been matched up with in the beginning. You know what I mean? Ainge the Last Ninja Lusa, this guy's tough dude. And why do I say he's tough? Because he went to the decision with Jack Della Maddalena. Jack Della Maddalena is a finisher. Now, Jack, won every round, unanimous decision. But the fact that he didn't get him out of there shows me this guy's a tough boy. He's never been finished before. He fought Jonathan Thompson. I thought it was a close fight, split decision. And his last loss was to Munir Laziz. Munir Laziz is for real as well. Lost a decision, so I'm assuming this fight is going to go decision as well. Yeah, that's a good bet, actually. I don't even have the odds on that yet. They haven't dropped it on my website, but this fight to go to decision, that's a really good bet. Next fight we got, let's see here. I'm going to skip through these. Taylor Lapoulis taking on Gafarov. So this Lapoulis guy, this guy's for real. Unfortunately, so I made a bet. This was my bet. Placed it yesterday or 2 days ago, and then I find out I think today, just like right before making this video, that this fight is canceled. I don't know for sure. I'll have to double check with some of you guys because I haven't really seen too much news on it, but I'm pretty sure they may have canceled it because that was going to be easy money, bro. What drives me nuts, how are you pulling out a week before the fight with an injury? Why are you even training hard if you're fighting in a week and you're doing live sparring rounds that you're getting injured? There should be zero excuse for you to get injured a week away from the fight. There's zero excuse. You shouldn't even be sparring hard. This is ridiculous. That's rookie shit. UFC shouldn't even allow to fight again in the UFC. That's a rookie shit in my opinion. There's no excuse. You see guys even getting injured a few days before the fight. What are you doing? What are you doing? It's just rookie shit. So if I don't know if that fight's going down, but if it is, go all in on this Taylor Lapoulis guy because he's for real. He's really good. He's like number 1 ranked pro bantamweight in Canada, Quebec, and France. Now he's fucking good, man. So I thought that he was gonna run through Gafarov, but I don't know if that fight's even going on anymore because that might fuck my bet up. Because that was my parlay. I had Lapoulis with Basharat. Farid, bro, over double your money. Easy money. Because I'm assuming those Basharat brothers are for real, bro. Oh, this drives me nuts. All right, Chalan, the Don, Lafran, another Irish dude coming out of Cage Warriors, just like Conor McGregor, Ian McGarry. They're, coming out that Cage Warriors route. Looks unstoppable. This guy, he's on a roll, and but that being said, he's not fighting top dudes. But his last fight, he did fight a really good guy, Dylan Hazan. Dylan's for real, man. He was 9-0 at the time, and Chalan knocked him out in the second round, early in the second round. Super impressive. But even the guy he's fighting, the Desert Warrior, Giannis is for real too. 12-1. His one loss was in 2015, which is like 8 years ago. This guy's for real too, man. And the fact that Chalan, or I don't even know how to pronounce his name. I'm probably saying it wrong, but whatever. Minus 320 over a guy who's 12-1, hasn't lost in 8 years. I don't, and it's his first fight in the big show. I don't know about that one. Now it's both guys' first fight in the big show, but the fact that he's minus 320, that they must know something I don't. So we'll see. They're trying to build that Irish crowd, man. They're trying to look for the next Conor McGregor. It definitely ain't Ian Gary. That guy's cringe as fuck. Everybody hates that guy, including myself. He's lame. They need to match him up with Wonder Boy. That'd be a good matchup if they can get that done. But all right, William Gomez taking on Lucas Almeida. Both guys got 2 losses. Gomez 12 wins. Lucas 14 wins. Okay. So William Gomez, this guy is actually, you know, he's been looking really good. He's on quite the win streak. Hasn't lost in 7 years. Last loss was in 2016. Got submitted by a heel hook. No shame in that. He probably, worked his jiu-jitsu game, I'm assuming. Had 2 fights in the UFC. One was a majority decision, and the other one was a split decision. So that majority decision, he fought Jarno Aarons. So if you guys don't know Jarno, he just um, lost to Sung Woo Choi this weekend. But yeah, why is it saying this one's canceled too? Is this they canceled this one too? So Lucas Almeida fought Pat Sabatini's last fight. I bet on Pat Sabatini, and Pat Sabatini ran through him as expected. I'll take William on that one, but it's saying here possible cancellation, and I don't know why these guys are pulling out. So I don't know. I have to double check on that one. Volkan Ozdemir. Yeah, I think he's been out for a while. What's the last time I've seen No Time fight? Last time was against Krylov. Lost that unanimous decision. Beat Paul Craig and lost to Ankalaev before that. So this guy's fought everybody, though. This guy's been in there with Ankalaev, Krylov, Rakic, Latifi, Anthony Smith, Dominic Reyes, Jimmy Manuel. Like, the list goes on the guys who Volkan Ozdemir has fought. This guy is super experienced, right? Now you're fighting a guy who's never fought in the UFC before. Yeah, he's got a great record, but there's a big difference when you're fighting guys on MMA series and Brave FC or Brave CF, whatever it is, and that's a whole nother ball game when you come to the UFC. These guys, they're elites, right? So I got to go with Volkan Ozdemir just because of the experience factor. I know his record doesn't show how good he is, but he's really good. He's got good takedown defense, hits hard. Yeah, I got to go with Volkan just because of the experience. This guy's never fought in the UFC, man. And he's, don't get me wrong, he's been looking great outside the UFC, but are you able to look great in the UFC? That's a whole nother ball game. So this is an interesting one. Benoit Saint Denis taking on Thiago Moises. When this fight was first announced, he was like, this was an even odds fight, and now a ton of money has came on Benoit Saint Denis, which I don't like. If the public's putting a lot of money on it, I'm like, I'm out. I don't like that shit at all. So I don't know if I'm gonna bet this fight, but Thiago Moises is for real. He's fought high level guys. So I'll just show you some of the names that Moises has fought. Islam Makhachev, Bobby Green, Joel Alvarez, Damir Ismagulov, Michael Johnson. Like, he's fought really good guys. Benil Dariush, you know. So he's 2-2 in his last 4, but those are to top guys, right? Islam Makhachev, no shame losing to Islam Makhachev. It was a rear naked choke in the 4th round. No shame. That guy's the number 1 guy in lightweight. Lost to Joel Alvarez, a standing KO in the 1st round. Now, that was a tough loss for him. Tough loss. But his last 2, he's looked great, bro. Came out there, submitted Christos Giagos, submitted Costa. And Benoit Saint Denis, this guy was an underdog going into the Bonfim fight. Bonfim was looking like a monster on a huge win streak, just like, flying kneeing people, like destroyed Terrence McKinney with that flying knee. He was looking phenomenal. And then he ran into Benoit Saint Denis, and Benoit Saint Denis just sliced through him. Now, it was a submission. I don't think you're going to be able to go out there and submit Thiago Moises. I don't think he's no Islam Makhachev, that's for sure. Thiago Moises has wicked jiu-jitsu. And the fact that this fight is in France, so I'm sort of leaning towards Benoit Saint Denis here, but yeah, that's a tough one. I wouldn't even be surprised if this fight goes. He's actually never went to decision. Benoit St. He's went to decision once and it was a loss. Never won a decision before. This is a tough. This is a throw pick 'em. This is a pick 'em. Anyone can win this because Thiago Moises has way more experience against high level competition. Benoit Saint Denis, he took so his first fight, his only loss was to Aleski Zalico dos Santos, and that was an early short notice fight. He took that fight on very short notice, and he came in and as like a special forces dude. Everyone was like talking about it as like this is a tough special forces dude, and he took a beating in that fight. But he took the fight on short notice against the guy who was already in training camp. Now his last few fights he's had a camp for, and he's looked outstanding, right? Outstanding. Since that loss, he's got 3 straight finishes, but it's against, Bonfim was his toughest opponent, but even Bonfim, he's only had 2-3 fights in the UFC. One of them was a contender series win. So I don't know about this one. This this is a toss 'em. That's you could flip a coin on that one. And up next, Manon taking on Rose. So Rose is moving up to weight. It's going to be at flyweight. She's a small 115er. I didn't think she was big at straw weight. Now she's moving up to flyweight. I don't know if that's a good move for her, and her head's not always in it. She's very weak mentally. And it's in France. This Manon girl's for real, so I'll take Manon on that one. Odds makers have her as a favorite as well, but I don't. I don't know. That's a tough one because you never know what Rose you're gonna get. Right? If we get championship level Rose, she seems to sort of moving on the downhill, but we'll see because she's got a great coach, great camp, great people around her. So we'll see if her head's in the right place. I'll let you know after the weigh-in how she's looking. But me personally, women's MMA is tough for me because I don't pay as much attention as I do the males, and so yeah, my picks are probably going to be off on the female side. But Cyril Gane taking on Sergey Spivac. So your boy Cyril Gane is back, coming off a loss to the GOAT, John Jones, right? Before that, he knocked out Tai Tuivasa, which was, a matchup really for him, right? A striking dude. If anyone strikes with Cyril Gane, he's the best striker in the heavyweight division by far. Even Ngannou was getting pieced up by Cyril Gane. Just he had nothing for Cyril Gane. I know his knee was hurt, whatever. But even if you watch those sparring videos of Ngannou and Cyril when they used to train together, dude, on the feet, it's not even close. Kickboxing world champion. This guy moves like a lightweight. Fights southpaw, orthodox. He's insane. Really good striker. But, as Ngannou and John Jones showed you, he's got a super bad ground game. Like, that's the hole in his game is his ground game. Now you're going against a guy who likes to take people down. Sergey Spivac, the polar bear, his last 3 wins: Greg Hardy, ground and pound; Augusto Sakai, ground and pound; Derek Lewis, he choked him out, arm triangle, I believe. So he's got a great ground game. And Cyril Gane has this shit ground game. I'm leaning towards Sergey Spivac. It's hard to say. I mean, I hope Cyril Gane's been working some wrestling because I'll tell you right now, if he's able to sprawl and brawl, it's over for Spivac. You're getting KO'd in a 5-rounder with a guy like Cyril Gane. You're getting KO'd. But the fact that he's got horrible ground game and Sergey Spivac's got a great ground game, known for taking guys down, winning on the ground. You got to lean with the ground game guy, dude, because he's going to be able to dictate where the fight takes place. And he's no chump on the feet as well. So I'm leaning towards Sergey Spivac because Cyril Gane's ground game is horrible. Like, you even seen against John Jones, like that guillotine, like it wasn't anything special, and just had no options off his back. And so I'm leaning towards Sergey Spivak. However, this fight is in France. You never know. These Frenchmen just training like a nut job out there and hopefully working on his wrestling, right? If you're his coach, you got to be bringing in wrestlers. This all he should be doing. If I'm this guy's coach, all he's doing is wrestling wrestling, getting back to his feet, wall wrestling, getting back to his feet. Don't even worry about the submissions too much. Maybe just basic stuff if you find yourself there. But for the most part, you gotta. I know he's got a couple heel hooks, but I know nobody's. But I'll take Sergey Spivac. I'm thinking he's probably going to win by ground and pound or submission, arm triangle, something like that. Maybe take his back, choke him out. So if you guys need a place to bet, BetUS. Promo code Iceman. You already know. Pay-per-view coming up next weekend. We're going to kill it as usual. Let's get it out.